Hi, it's Cooking Appa again. Now I'm going to show you how I normally fry my fish. But before that, how do you choose a fish actually? Well, I bought this 1 kg siakap from the market just now, from my local market near my house. It is very fresh. So how do we know whether a fish is fresh or not? First, you look at their eyeball, is it crystal clear? Secondly, you check out their gills, the fish gills, right beside their neck here. The fish gills to have the reddish color. If it's very darkened color, then no good. It must be good. The more reddish it is, the better it is. And after that, you can actually have a few of the portion. The meat of it must be very firm. And after that, you can ask the fish dealer to wash it for you, but they will never do a 100% job. Come back, you still have to wash it yourself. Like you need to descale it again, clean the fish. And one very important thing here, most people are missing out. Why is it many people's fish are very fishy? Did you see this part, this portion in the middle? Can you see? Okay, this portion in the middle, the whole stretch all the way to the head is actually the fish kidney. Alright, so the blood stains here is in the middle of the bone is actually the fish kidney. You need to use a toothbrush. I usually use toothbrush. Use toothbrush to totally remove all the blood stain in the middle here, meaning to remove the kidney. Then your fish will not have any more fishy smell. Go back and try it. Alright. So I will usually have to heat up the oil to extreme heat, very hot. Don't worry so much on burning your fish. Fish is not like meat. It doesn't get burned very easily. Okay? And before you want to fry your fish, just now I just season it with some salt. Simple salt. And dry or using the kitchen towel. Okay, just the water on the fish is going to make it splash later. And don't worry if you are using a lot of oil. When you are using a lot of oil, it doesn't mean the fish is going to be very oily. No, absolutely not. Some people, when they are not so confident in frying the fish because they're scared of the skin will actually the meat will actually run off, you can actually apply one layer of egg yolk onto the whole fish. You will then that egg yolk will actually crispify earlier than the fish, so that it can actually protect the shape of your fish. Can you see my the oil is now actually, the smoke is coming up, so this is the kind of heat that I'm looking for. Okay. Slowly put it down. All this sizzling are actually the water releasing from the fish. So when you start hearing the sizzling sound to be lesser and lesser, meaning the fish is actually getting more and more cooked by releasing all the water. Now, one trick about frying a fish is don't always turn it. Some people, they are not so confident, they keep turning the fish. No. At least a fish of this size, at least you only turn maybe after 3-4 minutes. Oh my, I just noticed I didn't wear a watch right now. Never mind, we just play agak-agak. Hi Karen. I notice many people are very scared of frying fish. because of the hot oil, I presume. See, don't keep turning it. Give it a couple of minutes first, then only 3-4 minutes later, then only return to the other side. A fish of this size, the most it will take you probably is about 10 minutes, the most maximum. And it really depends on how crispy you like it to be. Personally, I like it to be very, very crispy. And mainly it's because my wife doesn't like to eat fish because of the fishy smell. So by frying it very crispified, you can actually remove some of the fishy smell. But like I mentioned just now, it is very important, number one, on how you choose a fresh fish. Number two is how you clean the fish thoroughly. Always remember to clean the kidney, the blood stain in the middle of the bone. Remove those. Those are the source of the fish smelly. Okay, you can see actually the water from the fish is actually slowly to go away. You can see the sizzling is actually getting lesser. We are not professional. It's hard to set any rules on how to cook or how to fry the fish, this and that. The best thing is actually experience. Well, you know, at least you need minimum 3-4 minutes before you turn. Therefore, but a better way is to actually use your eyes. Use your eyes, look at the fish to see how crispified it is. Then only slowly you turn it. You flip it over. Some people, they will apply some corn flour on top of the fish. You can do it also. Sometimes I do that as well. Well, the good thing of applying corn flour on the surface of your fish is your fish will become very dry. So when you put it into the oil, it wouldn't splash as much. Many people get caught away with my honeycomb non-stick stainless steel wok. Now, it is very good when it is very new, brand new, but after a few months, the non-stick thing really doesn't work anymore. So, if I deep fry this fish in that wok right now, I can assure you the meat is going to stick onto the bottom of that particular wok. So if you ask me, when I want to fry something, I always prefer to use stainless steel, like this. It's a simple one. But if some of you still very keen on buying that wok, that is La Gourmet. But I noticed from Lazada, you have many other much cheaper options as well. Go to online and check it out. Okay, you can actually start seeing the edges of the fish start to crispify. We can actually flip it over shortly. When you are flipping over a fish, make sure the tool that you are using does not contain water. Okay, be very careful. Check it out. Look at the color. It is beautiful, isn't it? One more thing you need to be careful. If you take out your fish from the freezer, make sure it is 100% defrost before you try to fry it. If not, you're going to cook outside but not the inside. See how beautiful is the color. When you see this kind of color on a fish, there's few reasons. Number one, because of the technique. Number two is because it's very fresh. And try to use good oil and clean oil. The oil that I use to fry fish, usually I will use it maximum twice, 2 times. Actually, after frying this, I'm going to fry my kuning kia. Yeah, so very frosty, very crispy, very tasty. Now, if you are frying the first part about 4-5 minutes, the second part usually needs lesser time. You don't need exact time, okay? So you need to put your eyes on your fish so you don't overcook it. You will actually notice when I slice the fish, I don't slice like that. I actually slice vertically, then curve it inside. That will also help the fish to cook faster. So you also, before the fish is done, you get ready your kitchen towel. So you're going to put the fish later on top of the kitchen towel. I can guarantee you are seeing a lot of oil now, but the fish is going to be super dry later. Look at the colors. It's beautiful, isn't it? Golden brown. Like I mentioned just now, usually the other side doesn't need a lot of time. Let's see how is it. Another beautiful golden brown. Usually actually this is already done, but I like it more crispified. That's my personal preference. Okay, just one more round. Well, don't do this unless you are very confident, okay? Okay. See, this is another signal of knowing the fish is done, because the seasoning is getting smaller and smaller, the water all coming up. Alright? The fish is done. Look at the color. Check out the color. Don't worry about the oil. Right? There's a fried fish here. Very nice color. Alright. Thank you very much.